Hey friends, welcome back to an episode of Bedtime Gospel. I'm here with my energy drink. I'm locked and loaded. We're going to be talking about an incredible Bible verse in the book of Matthew before we wind down for bed, which I know this energy drink seems counterintuitive to me getting ready for bed, but there's a method to my madness. I chose this Bible verse because I've been fixating on it the past couple days. Now, I have to warn anyone who reads the book of Matthew, there's incredible highs and incredible lows. And it's the most frustrating thing watching the Pharisees, miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle, they still deny and gaslight Jesus. It's the most it's the most frustrating thing I've ever had to read in my life. Like, genuinely. It's like, how many times do you have to see Jesus Christ the Messiah in front of your face perform incredible miracles that defy physics, defy laws of nature, defy our understanding and logic? Like, and you anyways, before I get too into my irritated at Pharisees topic, which I think I could go on for a million years, let me woo-saw it. Let me woo-saw. Let's get ready for bed. Take a deep breath. I know I would definitely be the Peter. I'd be the crash out. There's no way. Hearing those things day after day would just drive me nuts. But for anyone that wants to follow along, we are going to be in the book of Matthew, section 9, and I'm going to start it on verse 9 just to give some context. Though for me, the real meat of the that section in particular, I think, is verse 12. But let's give some context. So, Matthew, section 9, verse 9. As Jesus was walking along, he saw a man called Matthew sitting at the tax booth. He said to him, "Follow me." And Matthew got up and followed him. And as he sat at dinner in the house, many tax collectors and sinners came and were sitting with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" But when Jesus heard this, he said, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. For I have come to call not the righteous, but the sinners." Let's break this down, because that is such an incredible thing to just casually say to a bunch of Pharisees that are trying to essentially like shame you for being nice to people, which is wild. That again, these are the same men who have seen day after day, hour after hour, all of these incredible miracles and curing of ailments, sicknesses, people inflicted by demons, people inflicted by being paralyzed, being blind, bleeding for 12 years. Like, there's all these incredible things, and the Pharisees get tripped up on the politics of it all. Is crazy to me. But Jesus eats with the uninvited. And I want you to picture this. A table full of people, and the religious elite are watching. This table full of people is full of tax collectors, social sinners, outcasts, the uncared for, and the most vulnerable. And Jesus isn't just sitting with them with disgust or irritation, or because it's just a seat. I'm just going to sit down and sit by people and eat. He joins them. Picture it. Jesus Christ is probably laughing with people, smiling with them, telling jokes or stories, listening to their tales and stories, and fun conversations. He's giving people true human dignity. He's listening to them. He's valuing them. He's not judging them. Honestly, it probably felt like all of those people were just laughing it up with an old friend. Because that kind of like love where you're really seen, even when you know that you are living in sin. Maybe your lifestyle sucks, okay? We've all been there where we've all done things we're not proud of. Maybe many things topped on top of each other every single day. Maybe we're actively living a bad life. But we have friends that see us and value us and see through our mistakes. And for these people who were alienated by their communities, that were judged, probably uninvited to things, not welcome. And it's clear as day. I mean, look at how the Pharisees are freaking out over Jesus just sitting with people at a table at dinner. I mean, they're tweaking. They are offended and disgusted. So I can't even imagine how these religious pious men who are supposed to be so obedient to God can just disregard and disrespect his creation, which includes people. Jesus really saw people. And I think we're all just dying to be seen and valued for it. And Jesus meets you where you are. He joins you. And he heals you from the inside out. But I think about a lot of times in my life where I wasn't healed. I wasn't healed. I wasn't in a season of healing like I am now. And I think about a question that I think everyone should ask themselves. I ask myself, would I let Jesus sit with me as I am? Not fixed, not filtered, not perfect. I look back on unhealed Liv, the terrible choices she made, the people that she pushed out of her life. I think about, would that Olivia have pushed Jesus away? Would it be easier to push someone away who loves you for you? Would it be easier to do that than to accept that love changes you? You don't have to be ashamed of who you are with God. And don't get me wrong, he doesn't want us actively living in these fucked up sinful situations. Like, duh. But Jesus Christ doesn't shame us for being in those situations. He is pure empathy. Something that these Pharisees could not understand at all. I think Jesus Christ showed the Pharisees how inadequate they were, how they weren't these revered people, how they weren't all that. Jesus flips the whole idea of spiritual cleanliness. The things that Jesus Christ seeks, he seeks hurt people, people that are confused in pain, people that feel shame and that need to be loved, to move forward, to be better. He flips that whole system that the Pharisees have built around that community to feel power, to put others down, to rise above others. Jesus doesn't say, come back to me when you're healed. Jesus says, come to me as you are, and I will heal you and I will love you. It's funny because You think back then, oh, these people weren't ready for Jesus, but I don't even think we're ready for Jesus now when it's 2025. I think there would be people on the planet offended by this incredible empathy and love towards humans and their dignity. You don't need to be okay to be held by God. You can be sick and broken and living a life you're not proud of. That's that. You are the person that he died for. He loves you so, so, so much. And I don't care how corny that sounds because it's so, so true. Out of all the things that he could have told his apostles, his disciples, out of all the things that he could have told them, lessons, advice, he consistently reminded them to love people, to help people, heal people, listen to people, be there for people. And like the verse says, right? Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. My dad had a heart attack 2 years ago. He smoked cigarettes his whole life. He partied, went out in the sun, didn't exercise all the time. Not a single doctor shamed him for it. Not a single doctor said, "Oh, sorry, Olivia's dad, you smoked cigarettes and you partied and you were young and dumb once. Ooh, yeah, we're not gonna help you. We're not gonna heal you. We're not gonna give a single fuck. Sorry, you can die outside. Thanks." These tax collectors, these sinners, these outcasts, maybe poor people, maybe mentally ill, maybe some of them were sex workers, maybe some of them did not so good things for a paycheck back then. He valued them anyways. He loved them anyways. He cared for them. He did not turn his cheek at his creation because of past mistakes. Because he felt in their heart that these are people that just need to be told how special they are, how unique they are, how much they are loved by God. That they are seen and they are loved even in these really fucked up moments in our reality, in our experience as a human being. But Jesus Christ eats with the uninvited anyway. And it's just frustrating to read the book of Matthew and read how all of these so called super pious religious elite people are shown proof of God's grace every day, watching Jesus just exist and be nice to people every minute of the day. And they still cannot put their pride aside and love. That's crazy to me. It's frustrating. It's hard to even empathize with people like that because it's like, what the fuck? Respectfully. Or disrespectfully, honestly. I came not to call on the righteous, but the sinners. I came for the sick. I came for the lost. I came for the misfits. That triggered so many people. And maybe it was because these Pharisees were expecting the Messiah to be like, "Oh my gosh, Pharisees, you guys are so amazing. You pray in front of people all day and you wear this mask and it's so great." But Jesus saw right through that pretentious, elitist behavior the second he arrived in certain towns, cities, you name it. He saw right through it. People couldn't stand that. And not only that, he wrote in the gospel, he told his disciples, "Hey, beware of people who are fakers." who will say a lot in front of people and then will do nothing, and they don't have a relationship with me, and they don't care. They're not good people. They are wolves in sheep clothing. I think of a quote in Hosea. Hosea, don't hate me if I mispronounce that. I believe it's 6:6. And it's just the wording in the last part of that verse, and I wrote it down, and it talks about people deeply corrupting themselves. And I always think of the Pharisees when I read that part. God's heart is not moved by performative worship or praise to him. If anything, he's probably very offended by that. And that's why he really had a short fuse when it came to dealing with the Pharisees. And I mean, the audacity. These men are the men that will sit there and pray in front of people and say, oh, I'm the most pious. I'm the best. I'm better than you. You're all dirty sinners. But me, I'm the best. That elitism, I should say. Elitism. God's heart is moved by real mercy in human beings. That's the people he wants to come back to him, or to come to him in the first place. That's the people he's seeking. The lost. It's unfortunate because for some reason stereotypes, I think people think the opposite. I think if you're not Christian and you hear about Christians and you look at your lifestyle and you go, oh, I could not be Christian because I am a mess, or I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and the Christians would say, no, 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 to that. Now, part of that's true. Jesus Christ wouldn't, thumbs up people living in sin, but did he shame them for it and alienate them and probably abuse them for it like the Pharisees did? No. No. Jesus sat with them. He ate with them. He walked next to them. He hugged them. He said hi to them. He preached to them. You don't have to qualify yourself to receive God's love. That's given. Now, sin separates us from God and makes us feel weird. It makes us feel like we have shame and we shouldn't go to God and we're not worthy and that we're too far gone. That's unfortunateness about sin. It doesn't matter the sin, all sin. Big sin, little sin, it's all sin. And it makes us feel all weird, like, oh, I couldn't possibly ask God for forgiveness after what I did. That's not true. It's never too late. It's never too late. And I would shout that from the fucking rooftops if I could. If I could put that on my gravestone, I would and will. Like, I'm serious. It's never too late. I go back to that question. Would I let Jesus sit with me? If I was at that table and Jesus took a seat right next to me and tried to talk to me, and I knew that this person was the so-called Messiah that everyone must be talking about, would I accept him? What if I didn't know he was the Messiah and he was just a really nice guy who, though could probably tell I was a social outcast, would I reject him too? Would I reject anyone showing me empathy when I feel shame? When I'm living a not super sinless life? I think we all want to show Jesus Christ our best self, right? Our best self. But that's not where he meets you. His grace is bigger than that. It's vast. It's in every dark corner you've ever been in. It's there. I would just love to see this whole scene. You have the Pharisees maybe over on this side of the room, or maybe they're outside just talking absolute shit, and they're probably tweaking out over Jesus just having a great meal with people in the community. And then you see this table with Jesus and all these misfits and outcasts, and they're probably having the time of their life. They're being seen and valued as a human being. Some of them probably haven't truly felt that by an outsider, by a non-sinner, ever. Maybe these people have, since day one, been pushed to the side. Or maybe it's been so long they don't remember what it's like for just a normal person to treat them so kindly, with so much respect, dignity. Jesus valued the broken. I think there's power in understanding that and truly knowing what that means. I love the book of Matthew. Don't get me wrong, again, there's so many frustrating points for me where I gotta like fight my fist because I'm like, oh my gosh, I would just be like tweaking out. I would just be wanting to fight so many people. And see, that's why God made me in this form and in the now and not one of the disciples, because I would be in so much trouble. Like, I would have been taken by the Romans day one of just running my mouth. But don't ever forget that we all fall. We've all made terrible mistakes. Terrible mistakes. Some of us, me included, have made lots of terrible mistakes. You are loved, and it's never too late. And if I can leave you with anything, I'll leave you with this. If you feel undeserving, if you feel unsure or ashamed, you are exactly who he came for. You, this version of you, is the one that he's trying to seek. You are loved endlessly, and Jesus is here to heal us, love us, and show us human dignity when us human beings can't really show that to each other. That's a deep episode. But I didn't cry, you guys. Isn't that good? Let's claps for me. I was thinking about it. Because there's such incredible highs in the book of Matthew, and then absolute just devastating lows. Where you see just this incredible movement with Jesus happening, and it's just his unwavering love for us. And it's offensive to people. It's confusing. It's inspirational. It's a lot of different emotions. But I'm so glad I got to share that with you guys today. And I hope that this leaves you with something as you go to bed. Don't feel shame. You are just in need of some desperate healing. And lucky for you, and especially me, Jesus does not run out of any healing. I hope all of you liked this episode of Bedtime Gospel. And I hope every one of you have incredible dreams and know how much you are loved. And know how much you are an amazing person, and it's okay. And it's okay to be scared to be held by Jesus Christ when you're not okay. I hope everyone has sweet dreams and good night.